Hello, I'm Dr. Adrian Mandley, counselor at Valencia's West Campus, and I'm excited to present to you Purpose Talks, a series of video interviews with Valencia campus leaders that will allow you to hear firsthand about their discovery and their journey to living a life of purpose. I'm sitting here today with Dr. Kathleen Plinsky, campus president for Valencia Osceola campus.
Great.
Glad you're here, Dr.
Glad
Plinsky.
to be here. Thank you.
All right, very good. You look very well today.
Well, thank you. You do as well.
All right, let's talk about purpose.
Very good.
How would you define it? What would you say it is? What does it look like? What does it feel like?
I would say that purpose is what gets you up in the morning, what keeps you up in the middle of the night. It's what really drives you. I would say that it allows you to work harder than you ever thought possible and not even know that you're working hard because it's something that you really enjoy and it's something that's very fulfilling.
Love it. Great answer. So tell us about your journey, your story of discovering and really being the woman of purpose that you are.
You know, I wish I could say that much of it was intentional, but I would have to say that a lot of it I discovered sort of along the way and perhaps even by accident. I was the first in my family to go to college. Neither of my parents went to college. And I actually went away to school before college. I went away to high school and moved away from home when I was 14. Lived in dorms to go to high school. And it was an incredible opportunity. It was a public high school, so my family didn't have to pay any tuition. We couldn't have. But there was a poster hanging on the wall that said that our education was a gift from the people of Illinois, that's where I'm from, to the human future. And with that came a tremendous responsibility. I felt that it was a tremendous gift, this educational opportunity that I was given, and that I have this tremendous responsibility to make a difference in the world. And I was very blessed to receive a scholarship to go to college. And so through time, what I've discovered my purpose is to help make the opportunity of pursuing education available to members and families in our community that may never have believed that college was possible for them. So I feel like that's my way that I can give back and sort of repay that tremendous gift that I was given.
Can you talk more about your journey before Valencia and getting here?
Certainly. So after high school, I went to Indiana University, was very interested in astrophysics of all things. Started out as an astrophysics major.
Okay.
Did that for about 2 years. Enjoyed it, but I did an internship between my sophomore and junior year at the Fermi National Accelerator Laboratory. And through that, learned a lot. And one of the things that I learned was physics probably wasn't what I wanted to do for the rest of my life, which was a terrifying discovery as I'm going into my junior year of college. But it just so happened that I took a Spanish class at my community college that summer and fell in love with it and thought, well, maybe I want to learn Spanish and add that as a minor, and then it turned into a major. So I graduated with a bachelor's degree in physics and Spanish and wondered what the heck you're supposed to do with a bachelor's degree in physics and Spanish.
Yeah.
And actually was fortunate enough to find a job at my hometown community college in Illinois. And I worked there for just about a decade. Started out as staff, but also taught Spanish part-time, kept working on my master's, then my doctorate. People started retiring at the right time, so opportunities presented themselves. And through that 10-year period, was promoted all the way up to being a vice president and then ultimately the interim president there at McHenry County College, and then found the job opportunity here at Valencia and applied thinking I didn't stand a chance in the world of being hired by Valencia, but here I am 4 years later and couldn't be happier.
Now, you have a saying that you live by that I would love for you to say and talk about for our students that are watching.
Okay, I have several, so I'm hoping I'm going to choose the right one. But I think that a really important saying is to ask yourself, what would you do if you weren't afraid? And then go do it. I think too often we hold ourselves back because we're afraid of failure. We're afraid that others might think, well, we're crazy, that it'll be too hard, that it'll be too scary. But if you can really get down to the core of, if I weren't afraid, if I could do anything, what would that be? And there's your answer. And oftentimes there's your purpose.
One last question. What insight, what words of wisdom would you give for our students that are coming here, hearing us talk about discover your purpose, live a life of purpose? What words would you give them to start them on their way or help them along the way?
I think it's important to not put too much pressure on yourself to find your lifetime purpose, particularly as you're 18 years old or 20 years old, what have you. As I mentioned, when I started college, physics was my purpose. I thought I wanted to be a high school physics teacher and perhaps even a bilingual high school physics teacher. How different of a path I took. I think what's most important is that whatever you're working on at any given time, you give it 110%. You're going to learn from that experience. You'll be able to take from that experience and use those learning experiences in the future. So whatever you're working on right now, do it with all your heart. And through that effort, you'll find your true purpose.
Thank you so much for your time and doing this project.
Absolutely.
And thank you, students, for tuning in to Purpose Talks, where our purpose is to help you discover and live a life of purpose.